Hi, everyone. I'm just going to give a moment for folks to join from the waiting room, and we'll get started in just a second. Okay, great. I think everyone is here. So hello, everyone, and welcome to Holiday Shops Made Simple with MOQ1. I'm Sarah Bassett, MOQ1's Director of Partner Success. You may know me from our other webinars that we hold weekly, but today I am here to help you transform holiday chaos into a calm, strategic advantage. If you've ever lived through a holiday season in this industry, you know how it goes. Requests come in late, supplier inventory disappears, shipping deadlines or delivery estimates change, and suddenly you are in panic mode trying to get your clients something in hand on time. I've heard many stories of distributors spending quality time with their 3 favorite coworkers, getting client orders well after working hours throughout the month of December. But here's the good news. With MOQ1, you don't have to spend December putting out fires. Because of our print-on-demand production and super fast turnaround, you actually gain what we like to call a 13th month of sales. This means you can capture revenue deep into the holiday season, well after most printers have closed their cutoffs. More orders, more revenue, and less stress. Let's start by talking through what's shaping holiday gifting this year. 77% of consumers want gifts that reflect personal taste. The reality is, traditional bulk gifting doesn't deliver that level of personalization. Unfortunately, with the way ordering and fulfillment works in this industry, most companies will select the same holiday gifts for everyone based on things like inventory, order minimums, turnaround times, and really just the likelihood that the gifts will be appreciated by the majority of recipients. Over half of recipients prefer apparel and accessories as holiday gifts. But apparel is tricky. You need the right size, fit, and color. This is where holiday shops generally come in, right? Holiday shops solve this issue because the recipients are able to choose those things for themselves. 67% of consumers prioritize sustainability. That means reducing waste matters, not just to end recipients, but also to companies trying to show they're socially responsible. Leaning into on-demand printing and personalized gifting is a great way to stay sustainable. US holiday retail sales hit nearly $950 billion in 2023, and online sales continue to grow year over year. Most importantly, a huge portion of sales now come in the final 10 days before Christmas, which means distributors without late season capacity are leaving money on the table. This is a perfect storm for MOQ1 shops. Instead of your clients guessing what will land, they can put the power in the recipient's hands. Orders ship direct, waste is cut out, and you get to extend sales further into December. Let's talk about the reality most distributors face in December. Most of the month, you're stuck chasing down disappearing inventory, managing spreadsheets of orders, kitting hundreds of boxes after hours, and constantly answering order status inquiries, wondering, will this actually arrive in time? It's exhausting, and frankly, it limits your growth. MOQ1 was built to replace that stress with a smarter model. These shops are lifesavers late in the season. You can keep shops open into mid-December and still deliver on time. With turnaround times averaging 1 to 2 days and multiple expedited shipping options, you're functionally extending your sales calendar into that 13th month. You can also eliminate inventory headaches. Only live products display in your MOQ1 shops. That's products we have on site here to decorate that day. So you don't need to steer your clients away from any particular products because of questionable stock levels. If it's listed, we have it in stock to begin producing right away. You can also ship these orders without the stress. Every order ships direct to the recipient, eliminating order distribution from your holiday to-do list. Make your client's season bright in an instant by launching their shop in seconds. Deliver a fully stocked, customized shop as a gift or as a same-day request. And with that 13th month of sales, you're not just surviving, you're actually thriving. Whether the client wants a shop for employees or a one-time order of branded blankets, MOQ1 gives you a single system that makes that easy. Now let's walk through 4 holiday shop use cases where MOQ1 shines. I've actually created some sample shops that we will take a look at, but these 4 scenarios are really important to think through. First of all, we have a branded holiday refresh. We have distributor gift shops, employee holiday shops, and exclusive for MOQ1, the free tea shop. So I'm going to change my screen sharing here and let's take a look at some of these shops. So here we have an example of a branded holiday refresh. With this shop, we're adding seasonal flair to an existing branded shop. So we have Coffee Shop Coffee here with its standard brown and white logos. But then you'll see in the store in general, we've added this holiday themed logo. But we've also added a few featured products here at the top for a seasonal flair. So here we have our All I Want for Christmas is my coffee shop coffee and a good book. So we can add these types of things to the shop to make them shine a little brighter during the holiday season. We also have an example of a distributor gift shop here. So you can buy a set of gift codes for your clients and allow them to redeem them for gifts from you. This keeps your brand top of mind and strengthens loyalty. In this particular shop, you can see the first row of items are actually special edition products that I've created exclusively for holiday gifting. I've also bumped up the pricing for all of these products so that they all have the same sale price, which means the customer can select any of them and feel like they're getting maximum value. Here we have an example of a holiday gift shop for a physical therapy clinic. So what we've done here is actually created 2 holiday bundles for employees to choose from. Now, if you add up the top row of products, you'll see the same sale price as if you add up the second row of products. So we have 2 holiday bundles here that employees can choose from so that they can go the apparel route if that's something that they're interested in, or get the cozy blanket and notebook bag combo if that's more their speed. So again, really leaning into the customization of these shops so that we can provide employees the gifts that actually match their style and preferences, and fewer things end up in the landfill in January. Now, lastly, and I think this is the most compelling example of the entire webinar, let's talk about the free tea shop. So here we have Jones and Kiffin Law. You have activated a free tea promotion here to allow the client to gift every employee and client a free Gildan cotton tee customized with their brand logo. So here we have activated this promotion again with some special edition color combos here at the top, along with the standard color combination. We're sticking with just navy blue and gold here for the majority of this shop, but we have this seasonal refresh here with the free tea promo for the top row. So for those of you that are not familiar with the free tea promotion, this is something that we do in partnership with Gildan. You can activate this promo in any shop that you create, and it will remain active for 2 weeks for anyone who adds a G500 to their cart. That's any artwork, any size, any color variant. The list price for that will be $0 once it's added to their cart. As long as they have a single print location, it can be any complexity of artwork. It can be a full color gradient print or a single color spot print, and it will still be $0 for them. Now let's change over, we'll change gears a little bit, and let's go through how quickly we can actually create a shop just like this one. Because again, this is a really compelling offer for you to be able to make to your clients for the holidays, right? And really give them something special here. So I'm going to flip over to the MOQ1 portal and let's actually create a shop like this live. So this is going to be for my client, United Motor Works. This is a moped shop. It's a fictitious one, but it's in Detroit in this example. So we're going to pick the standard shop colors as if I'm gifting them this shop for the first time. So the next step is going to be to upload my logo here. I'm going to select my full logo for this client. And the last step is just to launch the shop. So for those of you that are seeing MOQ1 for the first time, that's how quickly we can create a shop customized for this particular client. So we have hundreds of products in this shop already. So we already have seasonal items like blankets that are live in this shop, ornaments, things like that. However, let's go back and customize it a little further so that we can add more of those free t-shirts and create a couple special edition tees all the way at the top of the feed. So I'm actually going to upload a second design here. This is going to be an exclusive left chest logo that's only available for this free tee. So this is going to be kind of a nice option, and it will make people feel a little bit more special when they're going and selecting this free tee, more representative of the time. So here I'm going to go into my product catalog and we will select the G500T as the base product for our featured product. Then we'll scroll down to the bottom here, and this is where we enter our manual product build process. So this is going to be the United Moped Motorworks Holiday Free Tee. And let's select the plain moped logo for the left chest here. Now I'm also going to select some holiday colors for this one. So let's do forest green for the first one. And I'm going to save my changes here. Let's copy my product title and we'll add forest to this just for reporting purposes, because it'll make it a little easier for you to track how many of these free tees are chosen. Okay, so we've added one. Now let's go back and we'll add two more really quick. I'm going to click new featured product again, put in my new maroon variant. And again, for those of you that are seeing this for the first time, this is our manual product build process. And we are adding these exclusive combinations of product color and logo variant location. So this particular logo is not available in the rest of my shop. This is exclusive to these featured products that we're creating. Let's add one more just so we can have a full row at the top with our special edition logo. And brown. Okay, let's include the dark chocolate. And again, my special left chest logo. So again, this process probably took us about a minute and a half. Let's take a look at this shop now. So now we have our special edition logo here at for the entire top row, in addition to the G500 that's in the second row, right? So now if we go back to the marketing tab of our United Motorworks shop, we can go ahead and activate this free tee promotion now, and this will go live right away. So now as we reopen the shop, you'll see that free tee flag is on every G500 in the shop. You can activate this and send it to your client as a holiday gift and allow them to gift this t-shirt or any of these 4 t-shirts to their employees, their customers, whatever it may be. Now, for those of you that have not joined when we've talked about this free tee promo previously, one of the incredible benefits of this not only is providing the special free tee to the client themselves, but we also see increased cart values when we include free tee promotions like this. So this is a great thing to do year round. This t-shirt promotion can be activated once per shop. So if you are offering this to a client that you've already utilized this promotion with, it may be a good opportunity to create a specific holiday shop for them to utilize that promotion a second time. So keep that in your mind when you are thinking about ways to make some stress-free holiday gifts for your clients. Okay, I am going to move back to the slides here, and we can talk through, here we go, your seasonal advantage with these shops. So the revenue opportunity is real here. In 2023, holiday e-commerce spending grew 7% year over year. And much of that, as I mentioned previously, was late in the season. We're also seeing reports that 25% of shoppers make holiday purchases in the last 2 weeks before Christmas. With MOQ1, that's your 13th month. In 2024, we here in our facility saw a 66% increase in sales in the first 3 weeks of December as compared to the last 3 weeks in November. That's a pretty significant increase when we're talking about December only sales that many distributors previously didn't have access to. The second week of December topped out as the largest week of the year last year for us, and that eclipsed sales from the previous weeks. So let's talk about the business impact. So in this example, a client with 20 employees buys 50 gift codes for those holiday gifts that we talked about in the storefronts. Right there, that's a $1,000 order. Employees redeem these codes for items they love. You profit on each order and nothing goes to waste. Now multiply that by 10 clients and you've unlocked thousands of dollars in incremental December revenue. And don't forget, many companies need to use their end of year budgets before December 31st. MOQ1 shops give them a quick, no hassle way to spend those dollars wisely while showing appreciation to employees and customers. You win their budgets this year and set yourself up as their go-to partner next year. Now, to wrap up, clients will do holiday gifting one way or the other. MOQ1 makes that easier, faster, and smarter with shops that extend your sales season, reduce waste, and make your clients happy. Again, you can think of this as giving yourself a 13th month of sales. After this webinar, I'll be sending you our holiday shop playbook so you can act quickly. And this year, instead of being buried in boxes, you can say yes to more business and actually enjoy your holiday season. Okay, so let's jump into the Q&A here. I am going to move over. Only a few questions have come in so far, but I'd love to hear any questions that you have. So what are your clients asking this year? What stresses you out most during the holiday season? Let's talk about how to tackle some of those things with MOQ1. Okay, so we have one person just talking about not being able to hear very well. Hopefully that has resolved itself since the first minute or so of the webinar. But yes, absolutely. I will be sending a recording of this webinar along with that holiday playbook that we talked about just a moment ago. Can employees presented with holiday shops decide they only want the free t-shirt and nothing else? Absolutely, they can. So you can use that as an opportunity to just show appreciation to your clients and introduce them lightly to the idea of an MOQ1 shop. So once they interact with that, they may be interested in adding some additional items. But let me tell you this, if you are presenting your client with an online shop, it really doesn't hurt to add additional items. We see this pretty often with folks that are used to interacting with their clients in a more restrictive capacity, right? So they may select 6 products because the shop build process is a little bit more time and labor intensive outside of the MOQ1 platform. So we restrict the product offerings because the coordination of adding multiple products is just difficult. However, again, with these shops, you can fill the shop up with hundreds of items. And if it doesn't sell, it's no pain for you, right? It's no money out of your pocket. It's no additional time spent. So it really doesn't hurt to fill these shops more. Every shopper can make the decision about whether they're adding additional items to their cart on a day-by-day basis, right? But they can take advantage of that free tea regardless of whether they add additional items. Okay, so we have a question about holiday bundles. How does that work? So Ralph, I'm not sure if you were here at the time, but I did add an example about holiday bundles here. Let's go ahead. I'll share my shop screen again, and let's take a look at the Mindset PT shop. So here, what I have done is I've selected 3 items that add up to a particular value here, right? So when I am distributing gift codes for this particular client, I'm going to distribute gift codes that cover the cost of all 3 items. So these 2 bundles here both add up to the same cost. So they can select either bundle or realistically mix and match. They could add the blanket to these 2 items and it would be the same cost, but it also gives them the opportunity to order some additional items if that's something that they're interested in. Okay. Is there a holiday shop flyer available? That's a great question. I know that our marketing team is working on some assets that can be edited offline. Whether there's something integrated into the platform, that's not something that we're accommodating at this time, but I will absolutely pass the suggestion along. I'm going to write it down just to make sure. Okay. I have a client that has a $70 budget per person, including shipping. So that's actually a fantastic restriction to have, right? So we know that we can build a set of products for this client to select from. So actually, it sounds like we should go into more detail about this specific example. So I'm not sure exactly when these questions came in and if it was after this explanation here. So again, we can suppose that this is a $70 budget. I actually added some markup to these items to increase the profit here and standardize the pricing. But if you have a $70 budget to work with, what you would do is actually add those items to your cart with the standard shipping and tax in your area so that you can make sure that all those costs are wrapped up for the client. Then you would purchase those $70 gift codes and have them distributed to the staff. Every time an order comes in for one of those, the customer can select their own specific size in this particular sweatshirt, for instance, just to make sure they're actually going to fit, right? So a holiday gift is useless if it's size 3XL for a 100-pound woman. So we want to make sure that they can make those selections for themselves as well. Hopefully that clears it up for you, Craig and Paul, but if you have any additional questions about that example, please let me know. I have added, so to your question, Ralph, the buyer knows it's a group selection because the product name says Holiday Bundle A. This is something that you could also explain in your marketing materials or in your gifting of the shop, or the client could explain to their employees when they're distributing the gift codes as well. Okay. How much would I have to pay if I open a holiday gift shop to present a free t-shirt to my own customers with my logo? You would not have. Is the line item cost for that G500 t-shirt fully decorated. The only cost associated with that sale is for the shipping, and that's in order to empower the customer to select the most appropriate shipping option for their situation. Our economy shipping rate is $7.95, so you could, in theory, present some $7.95 gift codes to those clients in order to make it a completely $0 purchase for them. But still, they would be able to go in and select their preferred size, color, or even design if you uploaded multiple designs to that particular shop. Has any headway been made regarding customizing the shop branding for clients? So yes, Emma, absolutely. I've been playing around on our stage site with some of the customization options that we have, and it's going to be a really exciting release. Unfortunately, just because of some slight delays with it, it's not something that's likely before the holiday season. We wouldn't want to push such a large change on you during such a busy time of year, but it's very likely that it will be launched early next year, so you can utilize that in its full capacity with all of your clients. Flyer follow-up question, bullets about the pros and benefits of holiday shops for the client. I made many good points. Ralph, I'm glad you liked my points. If there are any specifics that you'd like to see in that, please shoot me an email and let me know. You can feel free to respond to my follow-up email with anything you'd like to see included in that. We can absolutely put some sort of flyer together. It may take a little bit of customization offline. We would provide it more in a template format, but that's absolutely something that we can do. Is there a note on the landing page for the holiday bundle shop letting them know they get multiple items and can mix and match items? So there's not a note on the landing page. This is something that would be introduced to the client or their employees on a shop-by-shop basis. But that is a fantastic idea. It's not something that we're really activating in the shop so much as a way that we're utilizing the functionality of the MOQ1 shop. So it's not technically a promotion we would turn on that would be able to flag something on the landing page of the shop. But I will work with our marketing team to see if we can put something together to standardize the language of that so you can present it to your clients in a really succinct way, because it's a really great way to use these shops. And I think that it'll be really beneficial for you as you're moving through the holiday season. There we go. So it sounds like someone is actually thinking along those same lines, suggesting instructions could be built into the client email template for them to set out. I think that's a fantastic suggestion. So we can build out those types of templates for you and provide them through some marketing emails as we are leading up to the holiday season so that you have all the assets you need to launch these shops confidently with your clients. Okay, we have quite a few people in the crowd and the Q&A has been fairly slow. Hopefully that means the suggestions that I've made throughout this webinar have been beneficial to you and cleared up some questions, but I really want to hear any questions that you have as you're approaching the idea of holiday shops or about MOQ1 in general. We want this to be a resource for you as you're moving through the holiday season, whether this is the idea of setting up a specific holiday shop for a client that's already using the platform, or just how to talk about the platform with your clients in general. Okay, how is size 3X and above handled? One price for all. So Paul, this is actually going to be a variable answer depending on whether you're talking about the free tea promotion or the standard pricing in an MOQ1 shop. So let's go to our United Motorworks shop and we'll click on the, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not sharing my screen here yet. Okay, so we're in the United Motorworks shop. Let's click on the Gildan Cotton Tee. So here you can actually see, and the customer can see at the time they're adding the product to their cart, that this is a slight upcharge for each additional X that you add to the size, in alignment with how the suppliers are going to price these items and the increased size of the print, etc. However, because we have a free tea promotion live here, when I add this to my cart, you'll see that this line item price is reduced by the markup price, right? So this is a $17.95 base price for the G500. I've added a 6XL, which adds the $6 upcharge here to the subtotal, but the savings reflects that surcharge as well. So the only thing owed here is that shipping cost for the G500, and that is not going to be variable based on size. Again, I know that sometimes when we see promotions like this, there are catches, right? It's for a particular garment size, it's for a particular garment color. I've seen so many sales that are only for size small through large in a white variant, right? But that's not the case with this free tea promotion. Any product that you add, as long as it's a single print location, will be reduced to $0. In the event that your customer adds a second print location, they have this $6.95 additional charge. They would only be charged the $6.95 on that. The base price for the single print location would be reduced from the total. Are there suggested MOQ1 art images for the holidays if I set up a holiday shop? That's a fantastic question. We don't actually have specific artwork that we would distribute. However, as long as that artwork is in a print safe color and aligns with our general art specifications, which is a 300 DPI image, transparent PNG, that is going to print beautifully. Okay, so I don't have any concerns about specific artwork that may or may not print well. If you're looking for maybe some holiday themed inspiration, we can include some more artwork and print samples in the media that we're pushing out over the next month or so that we can get the gears turning a little bit. I'll get with our marketing team on that and see if we can have some special holiday prints created to give you a little inspiration. Can you imprint only on a collar in case I want to put my logo on all shirts? I think, are you referring to an inside neck label? And if so, we're not able to accommodate that type of print just yet. However, what we can do is actually add a back yoke print. That may be a great option if you're trying to inject some of your personal branding onto your client's garment or your own, right? So you could put a general holiday design on the front and your brand logo in the back yoke. That would actually be a fantastic way to tap into the retail market a little bit while still advertising for your brand, right? So we get some street advertising out of people just wearing your holiday gear around. Yes, yoke is perfect for that. I think that would be an option for you. So some garments won't have a back yoke available. The only reason for that would be if there's an embellishment on the garment itself, like a seam. The Comfort Colors sweatshirt, I can't remember the style number at this time, but the Comfort Colors sweatshirt, for instance, has a seam right around the back tag, so we can't accommodate a back yoke print on that particular garment. And for hoodies, the hood covers the back yoke print mock-up. So we can't provide that one either because the customer wouldn't have any idea what it looks like. But every other garment should have that unless there are restrictions that I mentioned. Free t-shirt question. Can we offer the customer options of a full front or left chest logo option for the free tee? Absolutely. So actually the shop that I'm showing right now, we have that option available to us. So this is the G500 that was created through the automated shop creation process. This isn't one of my featured products that I created. So this is showing my standard logo here. And I also have the default and left chest positions available for this particular logo. I also want to note that you can upload as many logos as you'd like here. So you could have 20 logos available and they would all be available for the customer to select if they click this button here for this automatically created shop, unless you had put restrictions on those like I did for the moped only logo that I uploaded specifically for my featured products. That one, I used the special design options to remove that from the rest of my catalog so that it could remain an exclusive option with the featured products. If you need any more information about that, Bill, please let me know. And I'm happy to send the advanced design options tutorial via email so that you can check that out as well. Sorry, I'm writing myself some notes here. Okay. How do I find products with the back yoke option? So what we're actually going to do on the product page, if you click on back and add a design, I have some things in my way here. Then you'll see the full back option and the back yoke option here. So again, this should be available on just about any garment. But for those that do not have it available, you would only see the default full back option available here when you add a back location to the product. Okay, we'll take another pause again for some more questions to build up. We got good engagement after we talked about it last time, but feel free to throw anything you have in the chat. We can talk about whatever you'd like, whether it's directly related to holiday shops or really how to solve these problems that you're encountering with the platform for your clients ahead of the holidays so that they can be most effective as holiday shops. Okay, we haven't had any more questions yet. I'm going to give you just another moment. We have quite a bit more time left for this Q&A. Hopefully, again, this means that you're just raring to go and you're creating shops in the background without any questions. But I also, this came up during the Q&A, and I think it warrants a moment of exploration. These MOQ1 shops give you the ability to actually create a retail model rather than a bulk model for your clients and for yourselves. So as the person who asked the most recent question about adding their branding to the back yoke pointed out, this is an opportunity for you to be able to utilize your own brand as a marketing opportunity. If you can get people to purchase these creative designs with your own brand logo on the back, those are walking billboards out there in the world. When you get someone to wear that t-shirt, they're going to encounter people who've never heard of your brand that are going to ask where they got that tee, what that brand's all about, and how you can help them in their own business endeavors, right? Can you provide back yoke option product listings? So are you asking for just an expansive list of the products that have back yoke? I do believe I have a spreadsheet of that, so I can definitely include it with my follow-up email. Okay, so we have a quick success that Paul wants to share here. He just started with MOQ1 last week and got a 20-piece order the second day he's sold. See, Paul, this is exactly the use case that we're talking about, right? Oftentimes we have clients or we hold clients to these order minimums to align with the printers in our network, right? But there are so many opportunities that fall below those minimums. Now, something that folks may not be aware of within the MOQ1 platform that actually is another fantastic use case for the platform itself, we're able to accommodate a bulk wholesale model in an express format, right? So if you need an order in a week, 2 weeks, we can accommodate that timeline in most cases. So one of the fantastic things about this bulk option, we'll scroll down here with the G500. So we have unit pricing as low as $734, but that includes the 30% margin that's baked in with every product price here. So what we see with this particular product is this $734 list price. But again, with that 30%, this is a $5 t-shirt for you functionally, right? The other fantastic thing about this platform that gets overlooked sometimes is that we actually have a mix and max pricing model. So what that means is that your customer can actually add any mix of products and designs to the cart in order to get these savings. So that means they can order 144 different products, all with different designs, various decoration methods. They can include hard goods, blankets, apparel, and again, all different designs, and still receive that maximum discount. You don't need to meet case quantities when it comes to hard goods. All of these products will ship together and they will all be discounted by one another as the total cart size grows. So it's a great opportunity, again, even if folks don't want to set up a holiday shop, just to use this as an order placement model, right? You can utilize this for internal order placement rather than using some of these more complex models that require your clients to order more than they actually want in order to meet order minimums. Another success story. I opened a client shop yesterday and immediately got an order within a few hours. That's fantastic. That's exactly what this is for, right? We make it easy for these shops to be shared, right? We have the QR codes in the marketing tab that can be incorporated into any marketing materials your client wants to pass out. We actually have some folks that will print out stickers with the QR code and put them on orders through their brick and mortar locations so that they can generate some additional revenue as folks are leaving their locations with those QR codes. They scan them, they see there's a whole online shop full of things that aren't available in the store. You can also use it for restocking those brick and mortar locations rather than seeing folks with extra small jumping all the way to 3X with no inventory in between those sizes, right? So it's a fantastic way to take advantage of that on-demand model. In the event that the shipper fails to deliver an order, how do you handle this? Refund or replacement? So Jim, by default, we will go for a replacement every time we want the the customer to get what they ordered. So all they would have to do is reach out to us, whether an order is lost in transit, damaged in transit, whatever it may be. They would reach out to us and we would initiate that replacement on rush status. So it would actually leave our facility ahead of new orders. So please don't hesitate if you ever encounter that scenario. Again, we handle all the customer service on your behalf. I know your client will still be reaching out to you because of your existing relationship, but feel free to CC our support team at orders@moq1.com when you are communicating with your client about that, and we'll get those replacements out immediately. Obviously, if there's also a time constraint, right? We have the holidays coming up. If someone orders something last minute and it gets lost by USPS and they need it by a particular date, we can accommodate a refund in those types of scenarios if the order's arriving too late to be useful to the client. So case by case basis, but our general policy is to replace that at no cost to you or your customer. Okay, so we have again reached the end of our question queue. Feel free to throw anything else in there, but I really hope that this webinar has given you the opportunity to expand the way that you think about holiday shops. You know, we talk all the time about holiday shops in this industry, but the way that they have worked up until now has been fairly restrictive for you as distributors and printers and for your clients trying to utilize those models. We want to make sure that we make this as stress-free of a holiday season as it has ever been for you. And hopefully you can actually spend your time enjoying the holidays with your family rather than kidding orders until midnight. What all will we get in the webinar follow-up email? So you will get a recording of this webinar as always, Ralph, but we'll also be including our holiday playbook so that you can take some of these strategies home with you. We'll talk you through why these holiday shops are so beneficial through MOQ1, some of the use cases that we talked about today, and really just the reason that you should be utilizing MOQ1 for these types of things rather than some of the more restrictive web store options that you have for holiday shops at your disposal. Okay, so if that is it for our questions, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Oh, we have one more that came in here. Will there be a yoke imprint fee if I put my logo on all tees in a holiday shop? So that will be in alignment with the second print location cost, regardless of whether it's a yoke print or a full back print, and that cost is $6.95. So for that second print location is always going to be $6.95. Okay, and Paul, that's a great suggestion. So Paul is suggesting that we add a webinar about utilizing MOQ1 for charities and nonprofits. There is a fantastic use case for charities and nonprofits on the MOQ1 platform. We actually host hundreds of shops for nonprofits today, and there are some great opportunities for you to give back to those types of organizations and set up additional fundraising in the product pricing that you incorporate into your shop. We actually had, the Camp Mystic tragedy. There was a member of that camp who is a distributor and set up a shop for the network of those affected and the camp itself. And they were able to raise a $50,000 profit in about 6 weeks through that MOQ1 shop. So, and when I say profit, I say take home commission and markup, not sales, right? So they did quite a bit more than that in sales. That's what they were able to donate to Camp Mystic for the rebuilding of their camp and for the relief of the families that were affected. So there are some fantastic opportunities for you to be able to give back to your communities and the organizations that you care about through MOQ1 shops and providing them the access to branded merchandise that they previously had to buy in bulk. So I think that's a fantastic suggestion to use that as a webinar topic. And I'll probably start working on that this week, Paul. That's a great suggestion. Okay. Thank you all again so much for coming. I hope that you have a fantastic holiday season. We have a question about what type of markup is suggested for charity donations. So this is going to be a conversation that happens between you and your client, right? So we have a few different options for setting up profit sharing within the platform, but you can also do some of this accounting offline. So we have the 30% margin that's baked into every product price. You could donate that entire 30% margin to this particular charity, depending on the way that you wanted to conduct that deal. However, we also have folks that will mark up the products by a dollar amount. So they may say $5 off the purchase of every product would be donated to that client. And that's actually something that we can account for within the platform itself. So if you add that $5 markup to every product, that's actually something that you can do programmatically without editing every individual product. And you could donate 100% of the markup to that particular client. We would include them as a line item on your commission check with the amount owed so that you could distribute that check to them on your business's behalf. When you issue gift codes, is it one code per group or individual codes assigned to an email address? So we will distribute codes, a bunch of individual codes. They're used as gift cards on the purchase. So it would actually be a method of payment applied to the purchase. And those would be assigned to the individual shop or your company as a whole. So when distributors are ordering gift codes to distribute amongst their clients, oftentimes they'll just purchase them in their company directory so they can be applied to any shop. However, if your client is purchasing codes, they would often purchase those codes in relation to that individual shop. And then we would distribute a spreadsheet of codes that they could send out to individual employees or clients of theirs. I hope that clears that up, Jim. Okay, we'll give just another moment because we keep having fun questions roll in here toward the end. Okay, I think that may be the end of them, but I've been wrong before. So Thank you all so much again for joining me. It's been a great group. We've had some fantastic questions roll in. If any of you have more questions, again, you can respond to my follow-up email, or you can set up a time with your account manager or a member of our team for a one-on-one demo. If there are specific questions that you have about how to work this into your organization or your business structure, that's absolutely something that our team can help with. When is Christmas this year, Jim? I assume you're not asking for the date because that one doesn't change, but I will check for you right now. Christmas is on a Thursday. So we have a few more delivery days. We actually have December the 23rd is a Monday. So that'll be a delivery day for all delivery methods. And then the 24th is usually just a delivery day for economy methods. The postal service will operate on that day, and UPS will deliver for some delivery methods, but not all. I believe only second day and overnight deliveries are delivered on Christmas Eve. It does sneak up on people, Jim, you're right. You know, there's a little humor in the question, but it's important to think about actual delivery days as we're leading up to the holidays too. I'm not sure if we plan to do it this year, but we will often add banners to MOQ1 shops indicating which delivery method should be used for the best chance of pre-Christmas delivery. So if you want to send me your feedback on that idea, whether that's something you'd like to see incorporated into your shops, please let me know. And that's a decision that we'll be making here in the coming weeks. So definitely looking for your feedback on that. This person is saying the 22nd is a Monday, and you're right. I did my math wrong there. So yes, we have an extra day of shipping. So the Monday and Tuesday will be standard delivery days with all delivery methods. Again, the day of Christmas Eve, which is apparently a Wednesday, not a Tuesday, as I previously said, that will be particularly for USPS deliveries, which is our economy method, and for second day and overnight deliveries through UPS. I do not believe UPS ground delivers on Christmas Eve. And yes, the $6.95 second print location is the only fee that's levied at the product level for the free tea promotion. So again, the free tea is going to cover a single print location, any design, any color variant, any size variant. And that second print location is what levies the additional cost. Okay, fantastic. I think we will cut it there, everyone. And I hope you have a fantastic holiday season. One final question. Every time I start to say my goodbyes, more good questions roll in. Is tax charged based on the buyer's zip? So yes, we are in compliance with tax law. We collect and remit tax on behalf of every sale based on the delivery location. That's something that changed, I believe, in 2016. So we've been operating by those standards for almost 10 years now. And that is automatic based on the municipality of delivery. So local sales tax may apply there in addition to state sales tax, but that's pretty rare. We integrate directly with Avalara tax software, so it is levied appropriately based on the municipality. And for anyone who is unaware of this, this eliminates tax calculations from your internal accounting because we are reporting based on our nexus here at Bespoke Labs and MOQ1. So that's not something that your accounting team needs to worry about. Their only concern is the 1099 income that we send you by way of your commission checks. Okay, now we will call it there. Any additional questions that roll in, I will answer via email just to make sure that that we can get through this goodbye. So thank you all so much for joining. Hope you have an incredible holiday season. I hope MOQ1 is a part of that. And if you have any questions about how to incorporate MOQ1 into your holiday shop practices or holiday gifting this year, please let our team know. We're happy to brainstorm with you and find something that works best for you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.